The lawsuit yesterday is obviously causing concern in the progressive liberal precincts in America, because at this point, the social media companies melded with the progressive movement. There's no doubt about it. There's no two sides to that story. We all know that's true. So if Donald Trump wins, and it'll take him 3 years or so, it'll probably come right up to the 2024 presidential race. If he wins and basically says that the First Amendment is being violated by the social media companies, and they're, of course, not allowed to do that, it's unconstitutional, the whole thing changes. All of this changes in a heartbeat. Now, there may change legislatively if the Republicans control the House and the Senate in 2022, and it could happen. Joe Biden will never sign it, but you can, depending on how big they win, override his veto. So the social media companies are now on the defensive for the first time. So last night, of course, there was reaction, and I'm going to play you both pro and con lawsuit. First, those who oppose. Go.
I have to see this complaint because I'm fascinated to see the theory of liability here. Look, this has been settled law for a while. Facebook, Twitter, those are private companies.
Right.
They can invite people into their club. They can dismiss people from their club. And moreover, the president knows that Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act gives not only immunity to these social media companies, but it also has a Good Samaritan provision, which allows them to also police activity in a sense, to single out material that's offensive or lewd or lascivious and get rid of it.
This is more of a PR stunt than a legal case. They know this case will be summarily dismissed, and that just adds to the talking points that even the courts are out to get him.
I do not believe the case will be summarily dismissed. A lower court might, a federal lower court, but the Supreme Court will hear it. And you can't run any company or corporation if you are violating a constitutional amendment. You can't. Simple man, right here. Simple man, that's it. Now, here are the people who support the Trump lawsuit. Go.
I always say there's many ways to fight a war, and we actually are in, I would say, an information war with big tech. And, when you're in a war, you need foot soldiers, you need tanks, you need an air force. I would say that in this war, we need lawsuits like Trump is doing.
But the heart of the legal claim here is that these private companies are not actually acting as private companies. They are acting on behalf of the federal government, and they are protected by the federal government in the form of Section 230C2 when they do it. So that's the heart of this argument, which is what makes this case different than when normal private companies behave as private companies.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to get anywhere, the private company government axis. But certainly the Trump lawyers say, look, if Twitter and Facebook and all of these social media things are going to allow Iran unfettered access to do what they want, and then they're going to censor a president of the United States, there's something wrong.